Welcome to another programming tutorial video. So here we have a board game where a piece can advance 1 to 6 tiles forward, and we have a die that decides, of course, the die has 6 sides, so we're going to try to see if we can make a function that will take our position A and our friend's position B, and we'll return true or false, a Boolean representation of whether or not we can reach that square on the next roll. We also see that we can't go backwards, so that's why this one right here, we can't go from 5 to 3, but we can go from 3 to 7, and we cannot go 1 to 9, because that's too far. The die only has 6 sides. So here was my first attempt. It didn't really work. I don't quite understand why it didn't work. It seems like you'd be able to just have something where you have B minus A, and as long as it's within that range of 1 to 6 or whatever, that would work, but that doesn't work. Not sure why, but here we can try something different. We can try const, oops, that's not right. So const x equals 0. And let's see. Actually, instead of const, let's use let. So let, because this x will change values over time. There are different ways we can declare variables. Declaring a variable is when you decide what the value of a variable is. So then let's let y. Actually, no, we wouldn't do 0. We could do A and B for this. So let's do y equals b. We have to make it lowercase because it's lowercase up here. Or we can make both of these uppercase and have both of these uppercase here. So as an example, I could make that this, and this that, and then so that's the same as if all of the variables were lowercase, or if all of them are uppercase. They just have to match case. So let's see, for let I, this would be a lot easier to do if I had 2 monitors. So this, we're creating a loop that will cycle through, and with this loop that cycles through, it will check each square 1 through 6 from the starting point for if it matches the other square or not. And for I, we're going to do 1. We're going to do 1 because the minimum number of spaces we can move is 1, because there's one side. It's not like playing the ancient game of where you can move 0 squares in a turn. The minimum squares you're moving here is 1, max is 6. So we're creating a maximum of 6 right here. And we're using a I is less than or equal to 6, because if we didn't have that equal sign there, it would be having a maximum of 5. So So here this is our constraints for the loop right here, and then here where we have the x plus equals 1, this is cycling through. So every time this runs, x will become 1 greater, and then it will keep doing that until we get to the 6th one. So this will check each individual square it will start with checking 1 square from the start, and then it will keep going until it gets to the 6th square from the start. So here we have if, and we have to use triple equals here because JavaScript is weird and there's a chance of there being an error if we don't use triple equals. So this is a comparison where we're trying to make sure they're exactly the same thing. And we're going to have, let's see. Part of the challenge here is I'm typing in bed, so I'm only using one hand. Let's see, return true. Nope, not there. So we're going to have a false statement. And for this false statement, so this right here, that's an if statement within the loop. So that's what there. So if we put a false in between the loops here, that would be bad because it would return false immediately before the loop is even finished. Well, not quite immediately, but soon, depending on the values in the loop. However, if we put it here, it's outside the loop. So when I started programming, sometimes I'd place things inside the loop and struggle to figure out why I kept getting a false every time. It's not incredibly intuitive. And then here we can just put a semicolon just because some people like to end JavaScript statements with semicolons after this, but it would work either way. So let's check this now and see if it works. And everything worked. Let's submit file. And with that, we just did a JavaScript medium problem. I should have done volume so you can turn the victory noises. There we go. Thank you for watching, and see you again in the future. Have a great morning, evening, or night, or day.